Hello, and thanks for joining us on Nationwide this evening. I am Elizabeth Omori. President Bola Tinubu will depart Abuja on Sunday, October 12, for Rome, the capital of Italy, to participate in the Aqaba process heads of state and government level meeting with a special focus on security crisis in West Africa. The meeting, which will begin on October 14, will bring together heads of state and government, senior intelligence and military officials from African countries, and representatives of intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations to discuss evolving security challenges in West Africa. The Aqaba process meeting is a counter-terrorism initiative launched by King Abdullah II of Jordan in 2015. It is co-chaired by the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan and the Italian government. It recognizes the complex security challenges confronting West Africa, including the expansion of terrorist networks and growing crime terror nexus, and the increasing overlap between land-based terrorism in the Sahel and the maritime piracy in the Gulf of Guinea. In other news, Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, has expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for approving the establishment of Police Detective College in Bende, Abia State. This follows the signing into law of the bill to provide a legal framework to regularize existing police training institutions and for establishment of new ones. The bill, sponsored by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Police Affairs, Senator Abdulhamid Malam Madori, was passed in the Senate on March 5, 2025, while the House also approved it on May 7, 2025. The Deputy Speaker thanked the sponsor of the bill, the Senate, and his colleagues in the House for their support. The establishment of the Police Detective College in Bende is expected to enhance security in Abia State and the broader Southeast region. Now, this next story may be of interest to you, as officers and men of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Cross River State Command have apprehended 3 suspects caught vandalizing a once vibrant Cross River State ultra-modern poultry farm located at the outskirts of Calabar. Paul Abel, who was part of the team that visited the poultry farm, tells us more.
This is the Cross River Ultramodern Poultry Farm, which used to produce thousands of birds per day to supply the Cross River Chicken Processing Factory. But now is a shadow of itself due to vandalism.
With intelligence gathering, the Cross River State Command of the NSCDC sprung into action and arrested some vandals and others in the vandalism chain of this once thriving agricultural facility, which is now a mirage of itself.
Upon interrogation, the suspect volunteered useful information, and these exhibits that were recovered include industrial fans, 28 pieces, meter casing.
Some suspected vandals, on sighting NSCDC officials approaching the facility, took to their heels into the bushes as the state commandant gives this word of advice to host communities of government critical infrastructure.
My advice to first the community is that any government infrastructure that is built in their community, they should own it.
The vandalized recovered items from the farm have been handed over to the office of the State Security Advisor as the NSCDC reiterates its resolve to fulfill its constitutional mandate of protecting and safeguarding government critical infrastructure.
In Calabar, I am Paul Abel, NTA News.
Now, the National Emergency Management Agency's Customer Week has closed with evacuation drills, with 6 geopolitical zones showcasing their unique traditions through colorful costumes and attires, fostering a sense of unity and belonging among participants. The exercise also showcased a vibrant display of Nigeria's rich cultural heritage. Ilyasu Ali Yakubu reports.
The Customer Service Week is driven by purpose and passion towards recognizing customer service and improving customer experience for citizens of Nigeria. For the National Emergency Management Agency, Director General Zubaida Umar says the customers are the millions of Nigerians whose life and livelihoods depend on the efficiency, empathy, and professionalism of the agency.
At NEMA, our mandate demands more than just coordination of emergency response. It demands excellence in every action and integrity in every process. Quality assurance ensures that every relief effort reaches the right people at the right time with the right resources.
This gathering underscores our collective commitment to excellence, accountability, and compassion in humanitarian service delivery.
We firmly believe that with our continued collaboration, this mission is indeed possible.
The agency honored some partners, staffs, and some media organizations, including the Nigerian Television Authority disaster correspondent Ilyas Ali Yakubu, for the exceptional dedication and accuracy in the reportage of emergency-related issues.
Most of the platforms in NTA, carry your stories all the time. And they encourage you, they even invite you for an interview, to give more highlights on some of the activities you've been covering.
Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Talking security, as Nigeria's security threats shift from insurgency to rampant banditry and kidnapping, the military's handbook is being stretched to its limits. But what if the key to winning tomorrow's fights lies not in recruiting new soldiers, but in re-enlisting the strategic minds of those who have already served? The words of former Minister of Defense, Major General Bashir Magashi, to 37 regular calls of the Nigerian Defense Academy Alumni Association in Abuja, who adds that a powerful yet largely untapped reservoir of knowledge lies dormant in the nation's retired military officers, a living library of experience that could be game changer in the nation's enduring security struggle. These men and women represent a living library of institutional knowledge, having spent decades in the front lines, managing crisis, understanding the terrain, both physical and human, and learning the hard-won lessons of conflict. To allow this wealth of strategic capital to simply dissipate is to willfully ignore a key that could unlock more effective security policies.
Through triumphs and challenges, you have demonstrated courage, leadership, and loyalty. These qualities have continued to inspire generations of officers.
Without the support and confidence which the government imposes in us, we would not have achieved all our successes.
It is a moment of gratitude and reflection. It is a tribute to resilience, camaraderie, and excellence in service to our nation. It is also a renewed commitment to serve, even in retirement.
And for more reports on Nationwide, let's head to Lagos, where Hingino is standing by with reports from her zone. Hingino.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and welcome to Lagos. Transforming mental health services, strengthening the workforce, and building a more supportive and understanding society for all is what mental health experts are advocating. Details in this report. More than 1 billion people are living with mental health disorders globally. This is according to the latest data from the World Health Organization, WHO. The figure is worrisome, casting a shadow over cities around the world. And here in Nigeria, a nation of more than 200 million people, the challenge is huge, with approximately 20% of the population, translating to about 40 million people living with various mental health conditions. The country has less than 250 psychiatrists.
Government are doing their own part to ensure that facilities are available. In Nigeria now, we have about 10 of these facilities in Nigeria. this federal institution in Nigeria. And additional tool was added by this current administration.
People go through challenges that may affect their mental health negatively. In the face of current economic realities, social pressures, among others, the need for robust mental and psychosocial support is critical.
We shouldn't ignore prolonged sadness, anxiety, burnout, and other emotional, reflexes.
Many people think that when one has mental health issues because the person is under one curse or the other, and you start to look at the person as if he has committed a crime. No, anybody can be ill.
For the WHO, the way forward is for every government and leader to act with urgency and ensure that mental health care is treated as a basic right for all. Management of the Nigerian Television Authority Lagos Network Center and the Nigeria Customs Service Western Marine Command are collaborating to create awareness and check smuggling and other related crimes. Bolaji Akim reports that strategies for these were discussed during the visit of NTA LNC management to the headquarters of the Nigeria Customs Service Western Marine Command.
The courtesy call by NTA LNC management, led by the zonal director, Evelyn Nwosu, to the headquarters of the Nigeria Customs Service Western Marine Command in Ibadan, Lagos, was like visiting a familiar ground, as both the zonal director and the customs controller are alumni of the same school. In her presentation, Dr. Evelyn Nwosu reminded the Marine Western Command of NTA News mission and vision, which includes fostering unity among Nigerians. She charged the command to put NTA in their plans while propagating their activities and achievements.
They are doing a whole lot more than you see. All those seizures, customs on the highway, customs want money. But what do they do? What is their contribution to the economy of Nigeria? I want to create a synergy, a very healthy synergy, that once the story is done, once the stories are told, everybody will get to know that this is what they are doing.
Custom Controller Western Marine Command Patrick Intaji briefed the NTA LNC management of the command's line of duty, especially in the war against smuggling in riverine areas. He said the command is ready to collaborate with NTA to highlight its efforts geared towards economic restoration.
Because of the border nature of Nigeria, many people believe their right is to get this one from this place to the other without understanding the laws that goes with it. So if NTA can help us, in trying to publicizing our activities and them understanding the laws, that we are there to enforce the laws and that these laws are not respecters of anybody, it will help.
Earlier, the zonal director inspected the guards of honor, where she charged the officers of the command to see NTA as a formidable partner. The Western Marine Command of the Nigeria Customs oversees the riverine areas in Lagos, Ondo, and Ogun. Bolaji Akim, NTA News.
Those are the reports from Lagos. We will be joining Larry Bele, who is at the venue of the longest makeover attempt by Thatcher here in Lagos after this break.
The Renewed Hope Initiative RHI presents the RH.
Thanks for staying with us. There is an ongoing attempt by a reality TV star to do a complete makeover for 150 women within 24 hours. The project started on the 11th of October by 8 p.m. and it's running into Sunday, 12th of October. At present, she has spent 12 hours making over women using approximately 4 minutes on each person. The race to beat the 24-hour mark ends by 8 p.m. tonight, and our correspondent Larry Billey is at the venue to tell us more about this makeover. Larry, let's hear from you.
Elizabeth, you see, this is the never say never of the Nigerian spirit. It is the Nigerian who they carry last thing of the Nigerian spirit. We remember Tunde Onakoya, the longest chess marathon. We remember Ida Basi, the jollof rice, that she cooked the largest pot of jollof fries. We remember Shewani Fowoshe, that gathered the largest number of teachers in one place, 1 million teachers. And these people broke Guinness World Record. And here again, September, October. Those things happen September, October. Here is this 29-year-old woman that is trying to break the Guinness World Record. And she is doing it for 150 women. 150 women. And I asked the women around, complete makeover, what does it mean? He said you have to have about 2-3 layers. And the women folks don't understand this. It's just not makeup, it's complete makeover. And she's doing it for about 150 women. And that's a lot, because you have to use, she's using about 6 minutes, 4 minutes on one person. And that is what is going on right now. And there's a lot going on here. I have to project, I have to make a noise. You can see people milling around me. It's a nightmare here, right here. Elizabeth.
All right, Larry, I'm sure women in Lagos are very excited about this. But really, how many has she made over right now as we speak?
Like I said, she used 4 minutes, 6 minutes on one person, and she has done 117 women so far, and she's about to start the rest. She's gone halfway already. 117 is not a joke. She started 8 o'clock yesterday till today, and she rested and she's back. 117 women, 4 minutes on each woman, and that's the record right now. And she's very confident that she's going to break the Guinness World Record by 8 o'clock, the hour mark today. Elizabeth.
I was there, really. But Larry, would you be having a makeover? Larry, would you be having a makeover?
Elizabeth, I said, I'm not having I'm not. I'm a man. You said if I'm having a makeover, I'm not having a makeover, of course. But she has done 117 so far for women here. The models are all there gathered. And that's what is going on.
For your time. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you. Moving on, in line with the federal government's drive to strengthen digital governance and improve service delivery across sectors, Nigeria's digital backbone, Galaxy Backbone, is taking a fresh look at the quality of its services as it supports both government and private establishments. Chimdima Undubisi reports that the agency engaged its collaborative partners to chart a new course towards more effective and satisfactory service delivery.
Ministries, departments and agencies of government are rapidly transiting from analog to digital in alignment with the federal government's push for full digital transformation. One of government entities providing internet connectivity, cloud services and cybersecurity applications is the Galaxy Backbone. Setting a new tone on delivering quality service, the organization is deepening collaboration with government and private agencies, identifying service gaps and working to deliver faster, more reliable and secure digital solutions that support the nation's growing e-governance vision.
I want us to see this week as the start of a new path, a path where you are not just recipients of service, but partners in progress.
We are expected to be the sole control, to be in sole control of all our data in the public sector. We have the largest data center, Tier 4 data center in Africa.
It's all about delivering on the federal government's mandate of driving a digitally connected Nigeria, where technology enhances governance, efficiency, and service delivery. In Abuja, Chimdima Undubisi, NTA News.
Let's shift attention to agri and entrepreneurship. A new wave of agricultural transformation is taking shape in Jigawa State as an Indian firm partners the state government to empower thousands of youths and women through entrepreneurship and value addition in the agricultural sector. The Indian firm has already presented its 10 days assessment report to the governor and identified areas for collaboration. Mohammed Musa Skira reports.
The Managing Director of Agriga India, Dr. Someni Sunkara, led the delegation on an impact assessment across 10 local government areas in Jigawa State, examining markets, processing centers, and agro facilities, all in preparation for the Jigawa Agropreneurship Incubation Program. The report recommends the creation of integrated livelihoods clusters, agro-innovation training hubs, and community food and agri-processing centers targeting over 10,000 beneficiaries and 500 incubated entrepreneurs in the first year alone. Over the next 5 years, the initiative aims to nurture 150,000 agripreneurs, linking them to local and international markets, a move expected to transform the rural economy and open new export opportunities for Jigawa farmers.
So the learning mix, it would be from the theory and practical. We will be emphasizing more on practical aspects because that goes as a skill development program also for them. It need not be the like everyone is turning into an entrepreneur, but they have the skill to run. We may not be supporting all the 150,000.
One interesting thing, all these things is going to be done by the local people, by especially the women. I think this is something that we don't need to think twice in going into it, because that is exactly our vision. How do we empower the people at the rural community?
As the state deepens ties with Agriga, the story of Jigawa's farmlands may soon change from subsistence to sustainability, powered by youth, innovation and opportunity. Muhammad Musa Askira, NTA News.
To drug interception days after observation, a 52-year-old businessman expelled a total of 127 wraps of cocaine concealed in his stomach and private part at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano, with the NDLEA also uncovering different types of illicit substances concealed in different items going abroad. Salwa Khalil Ibrahim brings us details.
The suspect is set to operate a boutique in Lagos and Onitsha in Anambra State. Following credible intelligence, he was taken into NDLEA custody upon his arrival from Thailand, as body scan confirmed he ingested illicit drugs, with some concealed in his private area. A total of 58 wraps of cocaine were immediately recovered from his pants, and later ingested 69 pellets of cocaine in 7 excretions, bringing the total to 127 wraps. Meanwhile, 3 consignment of illicit drugs heading to the United Kingdom were intercepted at a courier company in Lagos by NDLEA operatives. In one of the shipments, 1.74 kilograms of methamphetamine was recovered from blocks of glass ceramics, beads by another set of criminal syndicate to ship 2.6 grams of skunk and 422 grams tapentadol concealed in tablets of black soap heading to Turkey, and 568 grams of loud concealed in containers of herbs going to United Arab Emirates were all thwarted by NDLEA operatives at some courier companies in Lagos. Similarly, a total of 27,510 pills of Rofinol concealed in sachets of alcoholic drinks going to South Africa have been intercepted by NDLEA officers at the export shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
You're watching Nationwide on NTA. Let's head to Kaduna, where Mohammed is standing by with some reports.
Here in Kaduna, the fight against drug abuse in Kano State intensifies as the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps arrest a suspected dealer in Dogwa local government area. The state commandant of the Corps, Bala Bodinga, says youth involvement in drug trade is worsening the crisis. Fatima Sanusukari reports.
Kano State has in recent years witnessed a disturbing rise in drug abuse, particularly among young people from street corners to school environments. Illicit substances continue to threaten public safety and destroy promising lives. Security agencies say most of the drugs find their way into the state through local dealers who exploit minors as unsuspecting carriers. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps have arrested a 25-year-old notorious drug dealer and 2 others in Dogwa local government area.
Drugs and any other illicit substance that hinders the human stability and endanger their lives and other Nigerians, which, of course, at times cause a serious havoc that could lead to destruction of critical national asset and infrastructure.
They were caught with 3 large sacks of Indian ham, a bag of rice, and a carton of spaghetti on a motorbike ridden by a 15-year-old commercial cyclist who claimed he was unaware of the contents.
They just gave me to carry it. I don't know anything about it. I don't have any relationship with him.
The commandant of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, Balabao Bodinga, said the arrest reflects Corps' renewed collaboration with sister security agencies to rid Kano of illicit drug activities threatening the future of its young people. The seized consignment has been handed over to the NDLEA for thorough investigation and prosecution. In Kano, Fatima Sanusi Karai, NTA News.
The state has launched a domesticated transformative policy aimed to improve access to quality and efficient healthcare service delivery across the state. Haruna Muhammad reports that the Deputy Governor of Kaduna State, Hadiza Sabwa Balarabe, unveiled the document at the opening ceremony of the 13th Annual Kaduna State Council on Health Conference here in the state.
Where health goes beyond privilege but a right, Kaduna State is setting the pace with improved access as policy meets passion and ideas refined into action through collaboration and building bridges for better healthcare service delivery in the states.
This will make for improvement in health, well-being and survival of our people.
The 13th Annual Kaduna State Council on Health with the theme Global Health Security, Strengthening Health System for Resilience in Kaduna State speaks directly to the reality of the recent times where health of one person can affect the well-being of many, hence the charge.
Our goal is to build a health system that is adaptive, responsive and resilient, capable of preventing, detecting and responding to health threats.
That we reminded you in terms of primary support and to assure you that your
Deputy Governor, Kaduna State Hadiza Balarabe Sabwa, addressing the participants, narrates the unified approach will ensure every intervention from maternal health to disease control speaks to one common purpose, health and dignity of the people of Kaduna State.
We have revitalized primary healthcare facilities, strengthened accountability through the mutual accountability framework, and aligned our health agenda with the Federal Ministry of Health National Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative.
As the participants deliberate on, one message rings loud and clear. A strong and resilient health system is not a luxury but a lifeline guaranteed in Kaduna State. Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
Contributions from this end nationwide continues in our Abuja studio with Elizabeth.
Thank you for rejoining us. This is Maiduguri. In line with the approval granted by Governor Babagana Umar Zulum, the management of Kashim Ibrahim University has formally presented an employment letter to Abraham Stephen, son of the dedicated nurse serving at the Primary Healthcare Center in Mafa, who was also recently allocated a 2-bedroom apartment at the newly inaugurated teachers' quarters. A graduate of banking and finance, Abraham Stephen, has been appointed as a graduate assistant at the institution. Mohammed Gune reported that the registrar of the university, Jalab Sheikh, presented the employment letter at the ceremony preceded over by the Commissioner for Education, Science, Technology and Innovation, Long Abawal Kibe.
The young graduate, Abraham Stephen, is the son of Mabil Ijo Madoka, a nurse with the Mafalekal Government Primary Health Care Center. Governor Zulum had rewarded Mrs. Doka with a permanent apartment in the newly built teachers' quarters in Mafa recently and approved automatic employment for her son at Kashim Ibrahim University. In line with this directive, Education Commissioner Lan Abawo Kilbe formally presented the allocation letter to Doka, while the registrar of Kashim Ibrahim University, Jalaba M. Sheikh, handed over the employment letter to Stephen, urging him to emulate his mother's dedication and commitment to service.
Her son Abraham had a 2-1 in banking and finance. In compliance with His Excellency's directive, I have directed the State University's management to give him an automatic employment as an academic staff.
I hope he will emulate the hard work and dedication exhibited by his mother towards giving his best in his new appointment as a graduate assistant of Kashim Ibrahim University.
Both Dauka and her son expressed gratitude to the Borno State government for touching their lives.
His Excellency, Professor Babagono Umaru Zulum, is one person who is devoted, and not just devoted, he is devoted to ensuring that he rewards those who are actually working hard.
Abraham Stephen pledged to emulate his mother by giving his best in the discharge of his duties in Maiduguri. Mahmoud Goni, NTA News.
Food and Agriculture Organization FAO of the United Nations, in collaboration with the Federal Project Management Units, has launched a 5-day climate smart restoration program in Borno State. The initiative falls under the Agroclimatic Resilience in Semi-Arid Landscape ACRESEL project, part of broader effort aimed at restoring degraded lands and promoting sustainable agriculture in semi-arid regions. Pauline Kujavan has details.
During the tour, the FAO team, led by Precious Agbeso, visited the FAO's Nigeria Northeast Sub-Office, emphasizing the importance of evaluating progress in the region, particularly regarding the deployment of Delfino technology, which focuses on land restoration efforts, outlining plans for engaging with local communities through visits to various local government areas. While in Bama, the team visited the Shehu of Bama to discuss their mission of supervising 20,000 seedlings planted on 152 acres at the Umar Ibn Ibrahim El-Kanami College of Education, Science and Technology, and saw the Shehu's continuous support for the community's restoration efforts, where the royal father approved them a piece of land to plant some of their seedlings.
You have went around and seen things for yourself. The economic activities has been, catching up. We thank the Borno State government for all the necessary support that he has been rendering.
And FAO is provided the technical support to restore those land degraded. And the restoration of land may aim to support food security in this state.
We believe that if you restore this degraded land, you will have them to be more productive for farming.
The team also visited the site and held a productive meeting with the provost to review the project progress, and was observed that out of the planted seedlings, 100 had not yielded well. The collaboration between FAO and Borno ACRESEL is a crucial step forward in addressing climate challenges and ensuring food security in the region. In Maiduguri, Pauline Kujevana, NTA News.
Those are the trendy stories from the Home of Peace. Nationwide continues with Elizabeth in Abuja. Elizabeth, is back to you.
Thank you so much, Ladidi, and nice to see you. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development says President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope vision is being translated into homes, jobs and prosperity for millions of Nigerians, and turning adversity into opportunities through reforms, partnerships and impact-driven innovation. The minister said this at a business summit in Enugu. Chimaroke Ugu reports.
The Amadio Business Summit with the theme, Thriving in Times Like These, recognizes the challenging global, national and subnational economic realities and aims to equip businesses, policymakers and the youths with the mindset and tools to navigate challenges and capitalize on emerging opportunities to thrive.
Any business that does not think out of the box or break the box is going to go under. So there must have to be a re-strategizing.
We are determined to thrive. This we do by modernizing our systems, strengthening partnerships, and driving innovation across our operations.
The Minister of Housing and Urban Development said institutions can thrive in difficult times if they embrace discipline, innovation and collaboration.
Business forum like this, we have to come and encourage the private sector and tell them that the government has the willpower and the president has the political will to ensure that we thrive and help the nation.
Critical stakeholders at the summit opined that thriving in challenging times requires resilience, innovation, and strategic adaptation, all of which are part of the central focus of the summit. In Enugu, Chimaroke Ugu, NTA News.
In another development, Minister of Women Affairs Iman Sulaiman Ibrahim is calling for women's active participation in Nigeria's oil and gas sector beyond just being end users. She made the advocacy at a workshop to sensitize women to explore the liquefied petroleum gas value chain. Ngozi Teknikio was there.
Nigeria's energy plan for women focuses on promoting their participation in the energy sector. The Minister of Women Affairs emphasizes that the time for the paradigm shift is now to empower women to own and manage energy assets, leverage LPG to power communities, and improve livelihoods.
This is a sector where women are mostly end users. It's important that we recognize that it's also an economic space for women, and we have to strengthen their participation. Because in strengthening their participation, we can actually get the penetration that we desire collectively.
But women have always been in the forefront of gas, not from the industry perspective. That is why I align myself with the push to get them to the front burner, both from the industry perspective and as end users.
All of the aspects that are required for this Wings initiative to be successful. Women in LPG is very happy to be working with the ministry.
The minister is ensuring that LPG is affordable to stabilize the price, reduce the price, make it more affordable for rural women.
The initiative is championed by the Ministers of Women Affairs, Petroleum Resources, Regional Development, and the Office of the Special Advisor to the President on Energy, among other partners. In Abuja, Ngozi Teknikio, NTA News.
Still another engagement, the minister also empowered 1,000 indigent persons in Nasarawa State in the first phase of intervention with starter kits to improve their lives and create jobs. Aliu Tijani reports that the beneficiaries cut across the 3 senatorial districts of Nasarawa State.
Hope renewed for 1,000 indigent persons comprising women and youth selected from across the 13 local government areas of Nasarawa State, as each beneficiary smiles home with empowerment kits courtesy of the Minister of Women Affairs, Iman Sulaiman Ibrahim.
I thank the President and the Minister very well for doing this for us.
Come here, the Minister of Women Affairs helped me and give me this medicine free treatment. So I want to thank the Mr. President and the Minister also.
Also distributed were food items and cash.
Mr. President, takes women's economic empowerment as a priority, and he has put women, children, families at the center of national development. So we have been able to gain grounds when it comes to policy reforms, when it comes to intervention for women, for children, for families, when it comes to institutional strengthening, and also expanding our social workforce. So we're just celebrating progress of the renewed agenda.
To call on this community that have benefited and those are yet to benefit to continue to rally around and support our dear President Ashwaju Bola Tinubu, so that more dividend of democracy will continue to come to their way.
Stakeholders applaud the gesture, describing it as timely. From Kefi, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
Talking inclusion, the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunities, in collaboration with the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, are strengthening partnerships to prepare for the upcoming First Ladies Forum on Disability Inclusion and Social Protection Initiative, spearheaded by the Ability Life Initiative. Gufan Shajegwani reports that the initiative will enhance visibility, access to national platforms and networks necessary to scale up the implementation of the domestication of the Disability Act 2018 at all state levels, including the FCT.
We do a forum like this with the First Ladies
and push for the Disability Act to then be properly implemented at state level.
We need to collaborate. It is collaboration and partnership that keep the war going. You cannot achieve a meaningful desired result without effective collaboration. Firstly, they have a critical role to play in implementing policy formulation. And this forum, it will serve as a yardstick to identify and come out with a solution for other states to follow.
The initiative that will bring together the First Ladies across the Federation will help bridge one of the most critical gaps in national inclusion agenda for persons with disabilities. Now, more 10,000 people have been trained and empowered by Imo State government in different computer professions to make them self-reliant. Kingsley Ononiwo reports that the graduation of the latest trainees of the empowerment program tagged Skill Up Imo Project Court 3 was graced by Governor Hope Uzodinma and other 7 federal and state government functionaries, including the APC national chairman.
The Skill Up Imo project is one of the strategic initiatives of Governor Hope Uzodinma, specially designed to provide free training and support to 300,000 Imolites, particularly the youths, in new innovative digital economy with a view to equipping them to be productively employed or self-employed.
What will be more important is equipping our people, especially our young people, with the tools, the knowledge, and the assets they need to compete and thrive in a fast-changing world.
If you can achieve 1% success rate, not 10%, 1% success rate, that these numbers can translate to an economic output, economic capital, lies here, is the biggest economy in Nigeria, biggest economy in Africa.
The 10,000 beneficiaries that were added to the 40,000 others were trained on car tracking, computer appreciation, project management, data processing, among others.
To innovations, the National Information Technology Development Agency is putting tech talents of its 7 core members and IT students to test in developing digital work tools that will make office tasks easier for the organization and as well be scalable nationwide. After pitching their innovation, built with artificial intelligence and blockchain technologies, are the Innovation Challenge 1.0. 6 teams won cash prizes with a surprise of startup support for all 23 participating teams.
Our solution makes it very easy to track application, meaning that youth corps members don't really have to come here. And also it matches the youth corps members to our department based on their course of study, but not just that, also based on their skill sets. NTA is going to sponsor this project, and we are still here, we are working here, and we'll get this project out there for youth corps members to use.
After months of workshop, brainstorming, mentorship, and pitching sessions, 23 teams completed addressing 10 distinct challenges, each working on one of the critical challenges that represents NIGDA's commitment to excellence, innovation, and service-wide excellence.
Innovation Challenge 1.0 is another step at grooming young innovators that will build homegrown solutions, a move that aligns with President Bola Tinubu's mandate of training 1 million technical talents in the nearest possible time, and Team X topped the table. Next is sports updates.
Nigeria Super Eagles have finally arrived in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State this Sunday morning following an emergency landing in Luanda, Angola, as the team's flight was forced to divert after a cracked windshield was discovered mid-air, causing a delay to their scheduled arrival on Saturday. Now, attention shifts to Tuesday's crucial World Cup qualifier against the Cheetahs of Benin Republic, a game that could determine Nigeria's fate in the race to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The Super Eagles currently sit third in Group C with 14 points, one behind South Africa and three adrift of leaders Benin Republic. Coach Eric Chele's side must win and hope South Africa drop points to keep their qualification dreams alive. Elsewhere, Team Nigeria made a powerful start to the 11th World Para-Powerlifting Championships, winning 2 medals in the women's 50-kilogram category. As competition began in Cairo, Egypt, Esther Nwogu lifted her way to a silver medal, while compatriot Rukaya Opeyemi claimed bronze, securing a double podium finish for Nigeria on the opening day. It is a strong statement from the Nigerian contingent at this historic championship. And finally, the Lagos State government has reaffirmed its commitment to using sport as a vital tool for social and economic empowerment. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu made this known at a reception held in honor of athletes who represented the state at the recently concluded National Youth Games. He pledged to continue investing in sport development as a means of financing young talent and driving business opportunities across the state.
To all other athletes that have not been able to get any medal, you can't give up. You can't give up. It's not how many times you fall, but every time you fall, you have to get up.
Team Lagos won the National Youth Games for the first time with a total of 110 medals, with 55 gold, 32 silver and 26 bronze medals. With sport update, Suleiman Musa, NTA News.
Sulaiman. And just before we go, the Nigeria Police Force says it has pledged to continue creating safer, more inclusive spaces where the voices, dreams and aspirations of Nigerian girls can thrive without fear or limitation. Francis Vom reports that this commitment was made during the commemoration of the 2025 International Day of the Girl Child at the NPF Resource Center, Abuja, with the theme, Girls' Vision for the Future. And on that note, we end Nationwide today. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Elizabeth Omori. Enjoy your evening.
Lives are in your hands while you drive. Protect yourself and others on the road. Road Matters, shown on the network service of the NTA.